Still a number of mysteries about what led to the deadly shooting and fire at a Michigan church this morning. It happened during packed services. Bryan Llenas is live in New York City with more. Bryan.
John, we're just getting an eyewitness account from our Garrett Tenney, who spoke to someone who was at the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Grand Blanc, Michigan, when this horrific attack happened. And I'm going to read in part what Garrett has been able to report as he makes his way to that horrific scene. He says that this person was a man he spoke to, and he says that inside, at the time that this vehicle rammed itself into, that the shooter rammed his vehicle into the church, that the people inside had just finished taking the sacrament when they heard a crash, an enormous boom from the wall right behind the pulpit. This person says that you could see the wall built of bricks on the outside was starting to buckle in inwards from the force of the impact. The man says that there was around 150 people who were in attendance, and that the sound of the crash was so loud that some members of the congregation thought that a bomb had gone off. They started panicking and running outside in the back of the church to a parking lot, and that's when this 40-year-old man, the suspected shooter, got out of his truck, and they saw. He says when he got out of his truck that he was carrying some kind of long rifle, and he started shooting indiscriminately at those who had come out to try to get out of the church. The witness says that he turned and ran inside as bullets were flying past him, and he ran to the back of the building where his family had gone. He passed a teenage boy with blood on his arm saying, "I got shot." He said people were cramming into cars, squeezing in as many people as they can to try to get out of that situation. That, again, is a member of the congregation of that church speaking to our Garrett Tenney. Earlier today, the chief of police in Grand Blanc, Michigan, says that if it were not for two law enforcement officers who engaged with this shooter, this could have been even worse. The shooter was killed by these police officers. Let's listen to the police chief earlier today.
We are specifically trained to go right to the threat in an active shooter situation. And I'm proud of my guys and the DNR who responded to this scene, who immediately took that suspect out so there was no additional victims. So it was a great job by our staff.
Police say the church was deliberately set on fire by this gunman. The entire church engulfed in flames for a couple of hours. And tragically, police say they expect the death toll, which is at this moment 1 of the 10 people who were shot has died. They expect that death toll to go up. Listen.
We do believe that there was people up there that were near that fire and they were unable to get out of the church. So we do believe that we will find additional victims once we're able to search that, once there's no signs of a fire reigniting.
Michigan's Governor Gretchen Whitmer released a statement saying in part, quote, "My heart is breaking for the Grand Blanc community. Violence anywhere, especially in a place of worship, is unacceptable. I am grateful to the first responders who took action quickly." John, police have not given a specific motive yet. We know that search warrants are being executed at the home of this 40-year-old shooter from Burton, Michigan. That's about 10 minutes away from Grand Blanc, where this church attack happened. John?
All right, Bryan Llenas. Bryan, thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.